Hey guys, well, it's a, I don't want to say it's a beautiful spring day, but it's a decent spring day. You wouldn't know it was spring around here. Only had, I think, really what I would call 2 or 3 really good warm spring-like days, but I digress. So, it's actually about 3/4 of the way through the day on Saturday, well, halfway at least. Obviously, I've got other things in life I have to do besides work on old trucks, unfortunately. But it's time now. Project for this weekend is that frame. The plan is I've got 2 power washers in the bed of Nancy there. And Nancy is looking nasty right now. Her wheels are out for polishing, so for the last 4 or 5 days I've been running around looking like a hoopty with outers only and a freebie wheel that's got some nasty cupping on the tire. The tire guy gave me that one to use. He's gonna scrap it anyway. And my spare. That one rides nice. Looks kind of decent. Anyway, that's why we're not washing the outside. To hell with it. Looks like crap anyway. So we've got this pressure washer. This is a Mighty M. It's only a 2,000 psi, but it's got a burner on it. So that burner combined with one of those rotator nozzles right there is gonna work some wonders. And once we get all of our grease off, then we'll move to this guy, which is also a Mighty M, but this is a 4,000 psi. So this thing with one of those rotator nozzles is gonna, even though it's cold water only, that is gonna rip any scale we have left off. And to be honest with you, we don't have a whole lot of scale really. There's a little bit mainly on this section of frame right here, but not much. Most of this is in pretty good shape, so hence why I'm not blasting it. But first, we got the generator to run the big electric pressure washer. First though, I do have to do, we'll probably wash off those tanks a little bit, and we might just do the new parts too while we got the washers out. First though, what I gotta do is I gotta get this Lodestar cleaned up. It's got oil all over. If you guys watched the most recent Lodestar video, I think I fixed at least the big leak on the motor, which is good enough for me. And this drive shaft is still off though. And what I got picked up though is a speedy sleeve for my yoke. So I got sleeve started right there. So we're gonna finish pressing that on, reinstall that yoke, torque it down, U-joint and drive shaft back on. That way I can pull this thing out in the driveway right there. And we're gonna start with this, give it a little bit of degreaser in some select areas and some nice hot water, and get this girl all cleaned up. Then she'll come back in and we'll do the rest of our washing out there. So that's the plan for today. I just want to get everything washed. I think we're supposed to get a little bit of rain, snow, crap mix tonight, so I'll probably toss a tarp over the frame rails just so I don't have to wait for anything to melt in the morning. I'm supposed to be in the mid to upper 40s again tomorrow. So as soon as everything's dry, we'll needle scale anything remaining, needle scale or wheel anything remaining after the power washing exercise, and do a bunch of masking off with some tin foil and paper and whatever we need to do. And then we're gonna shoot some black chassis saver on that. And that might be about it. In terms of supplies I got this weekend, this is also on the list. These are actually going to be my light panels for underneath the cab there, and some brackets for the fuel cooler, and a light panel for underneath the frame rail. So might try to get those drilled, and the cab panels don't matter. I'm not worried about those, but that one for underneath the frame is going to end up attached to the frame. So I might try to get that drilled and fab today, just so I can get it primed. But focus is on the power washing, obviously. So I'm going to get after it and see what we can do. All right, y'all, let's get this little girl out of here and wash. All right, well, I didn't video all the power washing, but let's just say it was very effective. Got, I think, all but all the grease off and wiped down a few little spots, but spent the last 2 or 3 hours masking, and gonna just go ahead and paint the brake chambers and slack adjusters and stuff. I don't see any reason why those shouldn't be black, so no big deal there. But you know, axles prepped, everything's prepped. Obviously those are the old bags, so they're coming off. Wiring, everything covered. Oh, I forgot about that. I'm supposed to straighten that. Dang it. All right, we gotta hurry up and do that. Excuse me. But see, in the front, everything covered and ready to go. Masked off a little bit for the motor. You know, I try not to get too picky on this because, again, this isn't meant to, I mean, yeah, I'm going to take it to a show here and there, but this isn't a show truck. This is a truck I want to use. So, you know, I want it to look nice, but it's not a show truck, right? So anyway, I'm going to go get the torches and try to get that done. Dang it, I forgot about that. I was just about ready to start mixing paint. So I'm going to jump out there with the torches and some big pliers and whatnot and pry bars, but got what's left of the chassis saver ready. Picked up a new cheapy 1.8 gun. This is the exact same gun as my other one, but it's a 1.8 instead of a 1.4. I curse myself every time I spray chassis saver with that 1.4 or primer. It is horrible. Doesn't turn out well. Well, I mean, it turns out fine because it's just a chassis saver coat, but it's miserable, slow. So got ourselves a 1.8 tip. Got some fresh filters in the old mask, and we're ready to go. So I'm gonna jump out and straighten up that fuel tank bracket, and then we'll get to shooting some chassis saver. And thank goodness the weather cooperated, kind of, and it's not very warm today, but it's good enough for this project, and we'll be able to get this down and let it dry, and next weekend looks pretty decent, so should have no problem. We'll just leave the masking on and be able to shoot our top coat, which is cool. So hang tight. Alright guys, well there you have it. Now, remember, this is not a top coat. Chassis saver has to be coated over, so yeah, gotta be coated over. Anyway, I lost my train of thought, sorry. So as I walk around here, you'll see some stuff I didn't hit. I also ran a little bit low. I got about 2.5 cups worth, quarts worth, whatever you want to call it, and I could have used another half to 1 to really get everything good, but oh well, it's good enough for what this is. Chassis saver does a really good job. I think this seals my decision in stone too, because I want to do satin black. This side's still drying a little bit, but I love the way the satin looks. I had debated, I've got a little bit of gloss, and I was going to top some up, just some single stage is what I'm going to do. But I'm going to talk to my paint shop and see what we can do for some satin. So, but anyway, yeah. Starting to look like something more than just a rusted hunk of junk. We're getting there. All right, guys, well, that'll do it for today. Nothing crazy exciting, but you know, these projects are all about the little stuff. So pretty excited. I'm loving seeing that frame and paint, even though it's not real paint, but it's getting there. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. We'll be back next weekend and be obviously doing the frame paint. And if it works out that I can do that on Saturday weather-wise, Sunday might be a little bit of chrome going on and some reassembly, which I'm pretty pumped about. So obviously. So thanks for watching again, and I hope y'all have a good week. And remember, if you enjoy this, click like and subscribe, and I appreciate it. Take care.